Well, welcome back. We are in our second lesson in the Bless series, and we'll be going through the L in Bless, which is listening. And Patty, we have an unfair advantage because listening is everyone's favorite thing to do, and everyone's really good at it, right? Probably not. Not in my experience, anyways. No. It's hard for me to do, and
it's hard to stay focused.
Yeah, hard to stay focused. So hopefully we can give some good insights today on that, and we'll just get right into it. So, What do you think makes it so hard for people to be good listeners?
I think we get distracted easily, and good listening takes focus. I mean, those things are hard for a lot of people to do, and if you want to hear what someone has to say, you have to work at it. People sometimes don't want to do that, especially when they're tired and overwhelmed and with responsibilities. Listening is not a talent. Some are born with it and some are not. It's a skill that we develop to get better over time.
Okay, so we've got to train that muscle or that skill, right? We got to get better at it. So you hit on something that I kind of had thought of too, is we're distracted. We've got so many things going on. And really, when I was thinking about this, it's kind of, I totally have a problem with this too, is I boil it down to selfishness. Because if I'm talking to somebody, if I'm talking to you, and I'm not listening, that means I have to be thinking of something else. I'm prioritizing something else over the person that's right in front of me. So that's, in a way, that's very selfish. Now, I will make an exception for some things. Like yesterday, my wife and I were at a wedding, and we have a 2-year-old. I'm talking to somebody, and right looking over their shoulder, Isaac's got a handful of lights that are strung up, and I'm like, I left with no pleasantries. I didn't even say anything. I just left the conversation, and nothing bad happened. But yeah, you do have those one-offs, things that do distract you, like in the moment. But I couldn't agree more that if we really focus on and develop that, we can be more intentional with listening. But on the flip side of that, what do you think makes good listeners?
Not just to hear the words they say, but really listen to what they're saying. Put aside all your distractions and give them your full attention. And they can tell if you have their full attention or not.
Yeah.
And if they see that they have your full attention, they're going to put a lot more trust and confidence in you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's no hiding it if you're distracted.
Right.
And if you're trying to bless somebody, build that relationship, in this context, you have the most important message in the world. So, yeah, that's good to know that they can tell how much you care just by simply listening.
Correct.
Yeah, I had similar things on that. Just on the flip side of being selfish, you're selfless. You're putting away those things that are distractions, and you're focusing on that person in front of you. And this is an example that Christ gives us. In Luke 18, we have the example of the blind beggar. And Jesus is going to Jericho, and this guy, he's asking what all the commotion's about, and people told him Jesus is coming through. So he cries out to Jesus, like, I think he says, "Son of David, have mercy on me." So Jesus stops, he goes over to him, and he asks him a question: "What do you want?" And that might seem obvious, right? Like, he probably wants to see, and that's what the guy said, "I want to see." So Jesus healed the man, and the result of that is he followed Jesus, he was praising God, others were praising God. But it just shows that Jesus took time to listen to people. He asked that guy what he wanted,
even though he already knew.
Yeah, even though he already knew. And I think something else we can get from that is sometimes it's an inconvenience for us. Like, Jesus was going somewhere. He wasn't stopping by this guy and then going. He was going somewhere and had to turn around and go back. I view that when I've got something on my mind, like, I'm going, and it's really inconvenient for me to stop. But that's not, we see multiple examples of this with Jesus, where he takes the time to be with people, and in that case healed the blind man. So I just thought that was a good example of it. Can listening be more than with just your ears?
Absolutely. I think listening is like a whole body. Your brain process involves understanding the person's message through their words, body language, their tone of voice when you're talking to them. I think it involves a lot more than just listening with your ears.
Yeah. You said something earlier that people can tell, and your whole body's engaged.
Correct.
A lot of times you face the person,
and then eye contact, really.
Yeah, eye contact. Yeah, so that's good. There's another example in the scriptures of Paul in Acts 17. He's in Athens, and everybody will be familiar with this. He notices all these objects of worship, and one of the altars says, "To an unknown God." So he's not listening to that. He's observing that with his eyes, that these are very religious people, but they don't understand the God of the Bible. So he used that as an opportunity to then share the gospel of Jesus Christ, the resurrection of Christ. But it's all because he had that foot in the door of saying, hey, you guys are very religious, but you just don't have it quite right. So that's something we can learn too, is that it's more than just your ears when it comes to listening. Now, Patty, let's say we're trying to build a relationship with somebody, we're trying to bless somebody. Of course, we're going to start with and continue with prayer. But is there anything specific that you're listening for?
Well, I think you listen to the hurts of people, the needs of people, pain of people. I just think that you're listening to their stories and discovering what they really need.
Yeah.
Not only listen to the words that come from their mouth, but listen to their hearts as well.
So you're not necessarily listening for keywords or anything. You want them to lay it out there, what is on their heart, what's on their mind, and then you'll take it from there on how you can best approach that person.
Right, and if you just listen and not interrupt them, that's what a lot of people want, is just somebody that they have confidence in to listen to them.
Yeah. That's great. I'm glad you've been able to be that person for a lot of people. That's really cool. Now, what's some practical things we can do to be better listeners?
We can minimize distractions.
Minimize distractions.
Make eye contact, focusing on understanding the speaker's message. Avoid interrupting, jumping in to conclusions, to intentionally offering solutions instead of focusing on being present, showing empathy and allowing the speaker to finish their thoughts, without interrupting them.
Yeah. So in your experience, a lot of people, I'm one of these people anyways, like I want to solve the problem now, but you're listening to the whole thing,
Correct.
giving them that space and building that trust.
And then talking about it afterwards.
Sure. Yeah. When I was thinking about this, what we can do to be better listeners, I always like practical examples. So I kind of use the analogy of what I do on the farm. I am watching, for example, the cows. I go out to the pasture field. I'm using my eyes, my ears, all my senses really to know what's going on. And just that's, like you mentioned earlier, it's a skill. So I'm developing this skill with other things. I'm not only working on listening just when I'm evangelizing, but when I'm at work, I'm paying attention to what the cows are
Correct.
eating. I'm paying attention to, is their water still full, or things, very simple things, but I'm always engaged in it. And then that transfers to other parts of my life where the more engaged I am, the better I do at that thing, the more intention I put into it, typically the more success you have with whatever that is. So I think we can work on that, train that skill, train that muscle in other contexts and then apply it to evangelism.
Yeah, and in my experience, a lot of people I talk to, they just want to have somebody to talk to and to listen to them. Not exactly, don't want judgment, don't want, even sometimes don't even want your comments and stuff. They just want you to listen to them and get it off of their heart, you know, and know that somebody's there and actually caring about them.
Yeah, absolutely. I know on the receiving end of that, it's always good when I'm able to just, if I've got something going on, just to lay it out there, and then sometimes they don't even have to offer anything.
Right.
Just hearing myself say something is good enough to help me get the right direction.
And knowing that you got somebody listening.
Yeah. So I got another question for you that I didn't give you ahead of time, so you didn't have time to prepare. But you've actually alluded to it. In your experience, when you're listening to someone, do they tell you what they need, either directly or indirectly?
Probably 70% of the time,
Okay.
yes. I mean, in their conversation, when they're telling me what's going on, and then it may be what they would like to have changed or would like to see, you know, and, you know, a lot of things you can help them through, other things you just say pray about.
Yeah.
You know, pray about it. Because I know some has prayed about things over time, and it has come to what they needed.
Yeah. Well, that's really good. I know we kind of alluded to it earlier, but just to clarify, what we're talking about is when they're talking and you're listening, you don't know at the beginning what they need, but as they're laying it out there, you can pinpoint, oh, well, maybe you need some clarification on a certain scripture, or you just have a misunderstanding of it, and then you can address it at that point. So that's really good.